What's up, guys? Thanks for being with me for another episode for the Mandalorian. We had Chapter 6. This was actually one of my favorite episodes, guys. Before we get going, I just want to apologize about the different setup. It's probably be the only video like this, but until my copyright, with Disney is, done with, I'm just not even going to deal with any of that or risk anything. From all you guys that reached out to me, I appreciate it. I think everything's going to be fine. That's kind of want to just lay low on this one and just do it like this until we get that all resolved, which I'm hoping will be, by the end of this weekend. So hopefully this will be the only video like this because we know what's going on next week. We got the Rise of Skywalker, but let's get into the episode. Again, I really love this, but I want to talk about kind of how the Mandalorian's kind of shifted, what it's going to bring to us episode by episode. Those first three episodes I brought up in my last review, those first three episodes really build upon each other one after the next. But since then, we've kind of had these one-offs, which is fine. I really do think that that's more what a lot of people were expecting with the show, is that we'd have the Mandalorian, and he'd be going off and doing these different missions and different bounty type things over the course of the show and the season. But you're seeing what they're doing is they're putting a little bit of main story into each episode. Other than episode 5, which I thought maybe just the end really had some story details. I think 4 and 6 are really good episodes. If they're gonna have things that aren't full plot driven, I really like what they've done with 4 and 6. I would like to see things more in that line and just remove episodes like 5 altogether. Especially if there's short seasons. If they're gonna do filler, do something like this where we get to see the Mandalorian's past. Because I was wondering about that the last few reviews I've had. I was like, okay, how long has he been in the guild? How long has he how long has he been doing all this stuff? And we get to find out that he's at least had been doing bounties, or people know him as the Mandalorian, a skilled warrior across the galaxy for a while, and he's been part of different crime syndicates and things like that. So that was really good to see, and the characters. That's also another big plus compared to the last episode. Other than the assassin, the new characters in this one were all great. I liked the girl and her brother. I was calling her like the Harley Quinn. But even Bill Blur, I thought he was pretty funny in this. The humor in this episode was pretty good. It really had me laughing and smiling a bunch of different times in the episode, but also had me on the edge of my seat. I wasn't expecting. I could tell there was some tension, like when they were, at a stalemate there in the pilot room. You could tell there was some tension, but I didn't think they were gonna turn on him like that. Like they just had a plan like that. That really took me off guard. But it was great to see. It was good to see them put all that in. I mean, this was a good episode for me, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it, because I have a group of friends. We've all been kind of talking about each episode, and what I've come to realize is that in Star Wars in general, but especially for the Mandalorian, each of us have a different opinion about these episodes. I really love 6 here, and after that, episode 3 is probably episode 3 is my favorite, and then 6. But there have been people in the group that didn't really like this one. Everyone seemed to like 3, but some people liked 2 a lot more than I did, and 5. So we all seem to have different opinions. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this past episode. And I thought it was really good just to get to see the Mandalorian's past and people he's been working with, and just for us to know hey, he's not only the people coming after Baby Yoda and really coming after him because of what he did to the guild, but things he's done in his past. He might have some more dirt that we don't know about, and maybe that'll come into play. We'll just have to see. But I'm thinking these next 2 episodes, I think they're going to drop it on Wednesday before the Rise of Skywalker drops, which is a good thing to do, because once the Rise of Skywalker drops, people might not care as much about the Mandalorian, especially next weekend. If they were trying to drop an episode on Friday, I don't think people will be rushing to watch it. They try to be get into the theater for Rise of Skywalker. But so I'm excited to see what they do there. It's the last 2 episodes of the season, so I'm really hoping we see maybe some more Grief Karga, maybe some more of who that was in episode 5, and just kind of furthering the plot, and some of the Baby Yoda speculation we were having early. I think that's all going to be put off until season 2. I mean, I could be wrong about that. Maybe his fate or whatever's going to happen is going to happen in the end of season 1. But now that I'm kind of just seeing this now, maybe Baby Yoda's just going to make it to season 2, and we'll find out more about him and who he's being protected from and why why he's so important. I mean, I think we kind of understand why people might want him or want his species, but I'm not. I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't want to speculate too much, but as far as just the episodes, kind of taking it episode at a time, like not being all flowing together like those first three. I don't mind that. A lot of different shows do that, and I think maybe we just thought it was going to be a certain way and it's not. But what really threw me off is if they just would have did episode 4 and then episode 6 was episode 5, I wouldn't have really any problems. Episode 5 didn't hit me the right way. It just felt like as for me at least, if there was like that, so much of that episode was filler. I felt episode 4, even though it didn't drive the plot. We got a new planet. We met a whole bunch of different people and types of people in the Star Wars universe. Even that AT-AT just like adds to the lore and just makes you think and things that have happened. And when episode 5 was, again, like there was gonna be an episode that was fan service, which is fine. But again, those two characters that were new, they just didn't do it for me, especially when you compare them to the characters in this episode. So again, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I'll be back to my normal setup next week, or into the week, definitely by the next episode. So make sure you guys like this video and subscribe if you're new. All right.